Jai Gurudev, yes. How do Vedic rituals like Sandhya Vandanam and Upanayana shape leadership qualities? Jai Gurudev, yes. Sandhya Vandanam is a structured discipline for mental and spiritual purity. Upanayana marks a journey towards self awareness and responsibility. These practices instill commitment and ethical leadership. Can ancient wisdom contribute to global public health leadership? Absolutely. Practices like Gayatri Japa and mantra chanting enhance cognitive abilities and mental peace, crucial for health leaders managing global crisis. How does meditation influence the decision-making abilities of global health figures? Meditation enhances mindfulness, which leads to clear and compassionate decision making. Leaders like Soumya Swaminathan and Peter Sands engaged in global health can immensely benefit from these practices. How do Agni Karyam, Padma Sadhana, and Shakti Kriya contribute to sustainable leadership? Agni Karyam purifies the environment and mind. Padma Sadhana balances energy and Shakti Kriya strengthens resolve. These practices empower leaders to operate at their peak potential. How can spiritual wisdom contribute to public health strategies? A holistic approach to well being, including meditation and breath work, can reduce burnout among health professionals. Leaders in organizations like the WHO and UNAIDS can integrate these tools into mental health programs. What final message do you have for global leaders regarding the integration of these practices? Spirituality is not separate from leadership, it enhances it. By embracing Gurudev's wisdom and Vedic practices, leaders can create a world where service, sustainability, and well being flourish. Jai Gurudev, and thank you for this insightful discussion. It's clear that incorporating the wisdom and practices of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji can revolutionize leadership in health, business, and governance globally. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. In today's world, leaders from diverse fields, including media and entertainment, are seeking deeper wisdom to navigate challenges with their clarity and purpose. How can the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji and the practices of art of living contribute to these leaders in profound ways? Jai Gurudev, yes, the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji is universal and transcends boundaries. Leaders in media and entertainment, such as Oprah Winfrey, Rupert Murdoch, Reed Hastings, and others, are constantly under pressure to innovate, create, and lead with impact. Art of living tools like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, meditation, and mantra chanting can enhance their decision making abilities, boost creativity, and bring a sense of calm amidst the chaos. Absolutely, the ancient practices of Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayam, Gayatri Japa Sadhana, and Agni Karam instill discipline and inner strength. When media moguls like Bob Iger or Jeff Bezos integrate such timeless wisdom, they can cultivate resilience, ethical leadership, and a long term vision that goes beyond material success. How do practices like Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, and mantra chanting contribute to their creative and professional growth? Sudarshan Kriya is a scientifically validated practice that enhances mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall well being. Leaders like Tyler Perry and Ryan Murphy, who are deeply involved in the creative industry, can benefit tremendously from this technique. It helps remove stress, increases focus, and allows for a free flow of innovative ideas. Similarly, mantra chanting and wisdom from His Holiness Gurudev Shishya Vaishankarji's books infuse positivity into one's consciousness, whether it's Shari Redstone overseeing Viacom CBS or where David Zaslav for shaping Warner Bros. Discovery, these practices ensure clarity in strategic decisions and leadership. Trikal Sandhya, Sanyam Sadhana, and Padma Sadhana help anchor one's mind and body, keeping leaders grounded despite external pressures. The entertainment industry is fast-paced, and its leaders often deal with high stress. By incorporating these ancient Vedic rituals, they can find a deeper purpose and align their work with dharma or righteousness. Given the influential roles these leaders play, how can they contribute in much larger ways using these practices? Jagadav, leaders in media shape public perception and influence billions of people. If someone like Ari Emanuel, who commands immense influence in sports and entertainment, integrates meditation and wisdom from the art of living, his leadership will inspire millions to embrace mindfulness and conscious living. By promoting spiritual wisdom in their productions, these media executives can shift the narrative towards more meaningful and inspiring content. Take, for example, Oprah Winfrey. She has already embraced meditation and mindfulness. If leaders like Rupert Murdoch and Jeff Bezos incorporate such wisdom into their media channels, it can transform society at a fundamental level. They can also support large scale Vedic events, pujas, and humas that uplift collective consciousness. By endorsing Sandhya Vandanam and Upanayam for youth, they can revive ancient traditions that promote ethical values, hosting spiritual discourses, integrating the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji into media platforms, and supporting initiatives like Global Peace Meditations will create a ripple effect of positivity. Any final thoughts on how art of living and Vedic wisdom can shape leadership for the future? The future belongs to leaders who are self aware, compassionate, and deeply rooted in wisdom. The integration of Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, and wisdom from Art of Living can redefine success not just in terms of business growth but also in terms of inner fulfillment. True leadership is about uplifting others, where the leaders embrace practices like Agni Karya, Mantra chanting, and Sandhya Vandanam. They don't just evolve spiritually, they set an example for millions. Through conscious leadership, media moguls can play a pivotal role in elevating human consciousness globally. Thank you both for this insightful conversation. It's clear that the wisdom from His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji combined with Vedic practices holds the potential to create a more conscious and enlightened leadership across industries. Jai Gurudev, today we are privileged to have an insightful conversation with an art of living expert and an officer of Vedic Dharma Sansthan about how global religious leaders can integrate the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji and the tools and practices of art of living to contribute in much larger ways. Welcome, Jai Gurudev. Thank you. It's an honor to share how these profound tools and practices can create a positive impact worldwide. Jai Gurudev. Namaste. The timeless Vedic wisdom combined with modern practices can bring a deeper sense of purpose and unity among global leaders and their followers. Jai Gurudev, yes, how can global religious leaders like Pope Francis, the Dalai Lama, Ayatollah Khomeini incorporate Gurudev's wisdom in their leadership? Jai Gurudev, yes. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji emphasizes that peace begins within. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and meditation can help leaders maintain a calm and centered mind, which is essential for decision making and handling global crisis. When a leader is in harmony with themselves, they can lead millions with clarity and compassion. Indeed, the Vedas and Upanishads also stress that a leader must be a tapasvi, one who is disciplined in body, mind, and speech. The practices of Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayana, and Gayatri Japa align with the purification of thought and action, which can greatly enhance the leadership of figures such as Patriarch Kirill of Moscow and Archbishop Justin Welby. What specific art of living practices can help leaders manage stress and enhance their influence? Sudarshan Kriya is revolutionary. It aligns the breath, mind, and emotions, reducing stress and increasing energy levels. Additionally, wisdom from Gurudev's books and teachings on the mind, emotions, and service oriented leadership can be invaluable. Agni Karyam or fire rituals, mantra chanting, and Trikal Sandhya, morning, noon, and evening prayers reinforce discipline and mental clarity. For example, Rabbi David Lau and Shaykh Muhammad Al Yaqubi can integrate these practices with their own traditions to deepen spiritual insights with the interfaith harmony. How can satsang, pujas, and homas be used by global religious leaders to uplift their communities? Satsang creates a sense of unity through music, wisdom, and devotion. Every faith tradition has communal prayers and gatherings. Incorporating joy and collective energy into them strengthens faith. Homas like Rudra Puja purify the environment and brings blessings to a nation. Jagodavias. Many of these practices align with Abrahamic traditions as well. For example, Patriarch Bartholomew could bring more meditation and chants into Orthodox services, and Pope Francis could incorporate breath work and mindfulness into prayer gatherings. How do creativity and mindfulness empower leaders? Creativity flourishes when the mind is still. Practices like Padma Sadhana, Shakti Kriya, and yoga awaken inner potential. Leaders who practice meditation daily have better clarity, intuition, and resilience in tackling global challenges. In the Vedic tradition, Sanyam sadhana or self restraint leads to true wisdom. Global leaders engaging in Gayatri Japa or Sandhya Vandanam can enhance their spiritual presence, inspiring millions through example rather than mere words. What is the final message for world leaders? A leader's inner state determines the outer reality. By embracing meditation, breath work, and wisdom, global leaders can bring peace, harmony, and sustainable solutions to the world. Spirituality is beyond religion, it is the essence of leadership. If leaders integrate these tools, they will not only guide their communities but also uplift human consciousness on a global scale. Thank you for this enlightening conversation, Jagadev. Jagadev, today we are honored to speak with an art of living expert and an officer of Vedic Dharma Sansthan. Our discussion will focus on how global technology leaders can integrate the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji and the tools and practices of art of living such as Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, wisdom, pujas, homas, and traditional Vedic disciplines to contribute in larger ways to society. Welcome, and thank you very much. Jai Gurudev, thank you. It's a pleasure to discuss how these profound techniques can uplift individuals and institutions globally. Jai Gurudev, Namaste. The Vedic wisdom has a timeless relevance, and integrating it with the modern technology leadership can create a balanced and enlightened society. Jagadev, let's begin with some of the most influential technology leaders today: Tim Cook, Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and others. How can they incorporate the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji into their leadership styles? Develop leadership in technology demands immense clarity, creativity, and resilience. Many CEOs operate in high stress environments. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya Pranayama and meditation help calm the mind, enhance focus, and improve decision making. These tools allow leaders to think beyond competition and drive innovation with a holistic vision. Additionally, ancient Vedic rituals like Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayana, and Gayatri Japa refine the intellect and enhance intuition. A tech leader who practices Trikal Sandhya, morning, noon, and evening meditative prayers can maintain a steady mind amidst the challenges. Vedic chantings aligns their energies with cosmic intelligence, leading to ethical leadership and sustainable business models. Many leaders emphasize creativity and innovation. How can Vedic wisdom and art of living tools enhance creativity? Creativity blossoms in a stress free mind. Regular satsangs or spiritual gatherings with music and wisdom allows the intellect to relax and connect with the deeper insights. His Holiness Gurudev Shishra Vishankar often says creativity happens when the mind is happy and calm. Furthermore, Agni Karya, mantra chanting, and Padma Sadhana purify energies and increase awareness. When CEOs engage in such practices, their inner stability reflects in their decision making, leading to groundbreaking ideas and solutions. Let's look at specific leaders. How can someone like Tim Cook of Apple benefit from these techniques? Tim Cook is known for his discipline and innovation, incorporating Sudarshan Kriya and Shakti Kriya into his routine would further sharpen his clarity and emotional resilience, helping him navigate Apple's global responsibilities with greater ease. Additionally, daily Sandhya Vandanam and Upanayana would deepen his sense of purpose, keeping Apple aligned with values that contribute positively to humanity. Microsoft's Satya Nadella and Google's Sundar Pichai are leading some of the most influential companies in AI and cloud computing. How can they benefit? Jagadavyas leadership in AI and technology requires deep foresight. So Darshan Kriya meditation and wisdom from Gurudev can help them make conscious decisions that serve humanity rather than just financial goals. Practicing Trikal, Sandhya, Gayatri, Japa, and daily homas would enhance their ability to foresee the long term consequences of AI, ensuring ethical and dharmic advancements in technology. Leaders like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are shaping the future of space travel, AI, and social media. How can meditation and Vedic wisdom aid them? Their decisions impact millions, and regular Shakti Kriya, Padma Sadhana, and guided meditations will help them stay centered, preventing impulsive actions and ensuring mindful innovation. Agni Karam and Upanayana align energies with their cosmic intelligence. When a leader engages in these, their actions resonate with the larger good rather than just personal or business gains. What is your message to the global leaders? Technology is shaping humanity's future by integrating meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, and Vedic wisdom. These CEOs can lead with a greater responsibility, fostering a world that is innovative, ethical, and harmonious. True leadership is about uplifting others by incorporating Sanyam Sadhana, Trikal Sandhya, and Vedic chantings. These leaders can create a legacy of conscious leadership that benefits all of humanity. Thank you both for this enlightening conversation. The integration of Vedic wisdom and modern innovation is indeed the way forward for a balanced and visionary leadership. Thank you. May wisdom and meditation illuminate every aspect of leadership in the tech world, Jagadev. Jagadev, today we have the privilege of speaking with an esteemed expert from the Art of Living Foundation and a respected officer of the Vedic Sansan. A discussion revolves around how global sports figures can integrate the wisdom and practices taught by His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji to enhance their well-being, performance, and global impact. Jagadev, let's begin with the core philosophy. How do Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and meditation contribute to the mental resilience of high-performing athletes like Roger Federer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Serena Williams? Jagradev, Sudarshan Kriya is a scientifically proven rhythmic breathing technique that removes stress, enhances focus, and increases energy levels. Athletes like Roger Federer and Cristiano Ronaldo have often spoken about the importance of mindfulness and breath control in handling high pressure situations through Sudarshan Kriya and Pranayama. They can cultivate a calm, centered state of mind, improving decision making, reaction time, and overall endurance. Meditation is another crucial tool. It helps in silencing mental noise and bringing absolute clarity, something that players like Serena Williams and Lionel Messi rely on during their peak moments. Many international studies confirm that meditation enhances cognitive abilities, reduces anxiety, and fosters deep inner strength, qualities every sports legend needs to sustain their careers. What about the significance of Vedic rituals such as Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayana, and Gayatri Japa? Can these ancient practices offer something to modern athletes? Absolutely. Sandhya Vandanam, which involves a systematic chanting of Vedic mantras during sunrise, sunset, and in the afternoon, aligns the body and mind with nature's rhythms. This practice develops discipline and internal harmony, which are vital for athletes like LeBron James and Naomi Osaka, who constantly push their physical and mental limits. Upanayana, the sacred thread ceremony, symbolizes the transition into higher wisdom and responsibility. While traditionally performed in certain cultural contexts, its essence, a deep commitment to self discipline and lifelong learning, can inspire athletes like Simon Biles and Usain Bolt to view their training as a sacred journey rather than mere competition. Gayatri Japa is another powerful practice. The Gayatri Mantra activates the intellect, refines the perception, and enhances focus. This could be transformative for high pressure performers like Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, who operate at the intersection of strategy and reflexes. Satsang, wisdom sessions, and whom are the integral parts of the art of living. How do these contribute to an athlete's growth? Satsang or collective chanting in wisdom gatherings creates a powerful field of positivity and connection. Many global athletes, despite their fame and success, experience loneliness, self doubt, and immense pressure. Participating in satsangs allows them to reconnect with their inner selves and develop a strong support system. Homas or sacred fire ceremonies clear negative energy and instill a deep sense of purpose even without direct participation. Just being present during such rituals brings immense clarity and rejuvenation. For athletes like Usain Bolt who have retired but wish to continue contributing to society, these rituals can help them transition into new roles with peace and fulfillment. Creativity and innovation are also emphasized in Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji's teachings. How can sports figures apply these principles? Gurudev, yes, creativity is not just for artists, it's for everyone, including sports professionals. Padma Sadhana, Shakti Kriya, and Yoga enhance body awareness and flexibility, helping athletes refine their techniques and strategies. Many of the world's best players, like Lionel Messi and Roger Federer, are admired for their ability and creative problem solving in the game. These practices cultivate the ability to think beyond conventional limits and break new ground. Finally, looking at the bigger picture, how can these global icons use their influence to promote well being on a larger scale? Athletes hold a unique position in society as millions who look up to them. If they integrate these practices and openly speak about their benefits, they can inspire millions to lead healthier, more balanced lives. Many sports figures already advocate for mental health practices like meditation, mantra chanting, and yoga could take their advocacy to a whole new level. Additionally, participating in humanitarian efforts, supporting Vedic tradition, and hosting meditation sessions for youth can create a ripple effect of positivity. Imagine a world where young athletes not only train physically but also build inner strength through Sudarshan Kriya and Sandhya Vandanam. The potential for transformation is immense. Jai Gurudev, this has been an enlightening discussion. Thank you both for sharing your wisdom on how spiritual practice can elevate global sports figures, not just in their careers, but in their larger contribution to society. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, and thank you. May everyone find inner peace and strength through these time tested practices. Jai Gurudev. Jagadev, today we are honored to have with us an art of living expert and an officer of Vedic Dharma and discussing how global leaders, particularly environmental activists, can integrate the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji into their work. Let's begin. Jagadev. Gurudev has spoken extensively about inner peace leading to outer impact. How can leaders like Greta Thunberg, Al Gore, Janagan Goodall, and David Attenborough use art of living practices to enhance their advocacy? Jagodevi, as these leaders are dedicated to global change, yet they face immense stress, resistance, and burnout. Tools like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and meditation offers them immense resilience, emotional resilience, and clarity. Regular practice of Sudarshan Kriya detoxifies the system, enhances intuition, and fosters unwavering commitment to their vision. Greta Thunberg, for instance, is known for her passion, but if she incorporates breath work and meditation, her energy will be more sustainable and her activism will gain even greater clarity and depth. Additionally, our ancient wisdom offered Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayanam, Agni Karyam, Trikal Sandhya, and Gayatri Japa Sadhana, which help refine thoughts and actions. When leaders like Al Gore and Christiana Figueres work on climate policy, performing Gayatri Japa strengthens their ability to channel divine wisdom, ensuring that their decisions align with the universal harmony. Creativity plays a huge role in influencing public opinion. How do art of living's creative expressions like satsang, mantra chanting, and padma sadhana contribute to this? Jagadevi's creative expressions like satsangs or spiritual gatherings, mantra chanting, and padma sadhana, deeply rejuvenating yoga practice, align an individual with the higher energies. Leaders like Leonardo DiCaprio, who uses films and media for advocacy, can find deeper inspiration by incorporating these tools. The resonance of Vedic chants raises vibrations and strengthens one's connection to nature. Ancient scriptures emphasize Shakti Kriya and Sanyam Sadhana as powerful tools to enhance creativity and focus awareness. When someone like Naomi Klein, a journalist, deeply immerses in these practices, her words will carry profound impact, transforming not just minds but hearts. Rituals like pujas and homas purify the environment. Can you elaborate on their significance for global environmental activists? Jagadevia's homas or fire rituals purify the atmosphere and reduce environmental toxicity. Scientific studies show that Agnihotra, Vedic fire rituals, and pujas and homas neutralizes pollutions and improves air quality. Leaders like Vangari Maathai, who fought for afforestation, would have found immense value in such traditional Vedic wisdom. Performing environmental homas can align their efforts with natural energies, leading to sustainable outcomes. Gurudev has introduced global Rudra Pujas and Vishnu Sahasranama chants, which create a field of positive energy. If figures like Elon Musk, who pushes sustainable technology, integrate these into their corporate structures, their organizations will experience heightened creativity and reduce stress among employees. Many of these leaders face intense opposition. How can meditation and Vedic wisdom help them maintain inner balance? Meditation, especially Sehat Samadhi meditation and guided practices by Gurudev, fosters inner calmness. Figures like Bill McKibben, who challenges powerful corporations, can remain resilient with deep meditation, allowing them to act from a space of wisdom rather than reaction. The Bhagavad Gita teaches sthir prajna or unshakable wisdom. When leaders operate from this state, external challenges no longer affect them. Their activism becomes more effortless with divine grace guiding their actions. As we conclude, what final message would you like to give to global leaders on integrating spirituality into activism? When you are peaceful within, your actions will bring peace to the world. Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, and satsang are not just personal tools, they are global solutions. Sanatan Dharma offers universal wisdom and leaders embrace practices like Sandhya Vandanam, Trikal Sandhya, and Agnikar, and their impact multiplies, benefiting not just humanity but the entire cosmos. Thank you both for sharing such profound insights. May the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji guide these global change makers towards greater success and harmony. Jai Gurudev. Today we are honored to speak with an art of living expert and an officer of the Vedic Dharma Sansthan on how the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji and the tools and practices of the art of living can guide global philanthropists in contributing to society in more profound ways. Jai Gurudev and Namaste. It's truly a privilege to discuss how spiritual wisdom, meditation, and ancient Vedic practices can transform the lives of not just individuals but entire communities, including global leaders in philanthropy. Jai Gurudev and Namaste. The timeless Vedic traditions, when combined with the guidance of a realized master like His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji, can uplift human consciousness and inspire more impactful philanthropy. The world's greatest philanthropists like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Melinda French Gates, and Mackenzie Spoff have dedicated their resources to uplift humanity. How can the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji help them expand their impact? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji emphasizes that external giving should be complemented by inner enrichment practices, and philanthropy is most effective when it arises from a space of inner silence and fulfillment. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, meditation, and wisdom teachings cultivate a deep sense of inner peace, clarity, and selflessness, allowing philanthropists to make wiser, more sustainable contributions. Absolutely. Many of these leaders engage in humanitarian work but often experience stress and burnout. Ancient practices like Sandhya Vandanam, Upanayanam, Gayatri Japa, Agni Karyam, and Trikal Sandhya help maintain inner strength and balance, ensuring their efforts are driven by a higher purpose rather than mere obligation. How can these philanthropists incorporate art of living tools like meditation, yoga, and mantra chanting into their lives for a greater impact? Meditation and breathwork techniques such as Sudarshan Kriya cleanse the mind of stress and enhance intuition. When great minds like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg meditate regularly, their ability to make innovative, heartfelt decisions is significantly enhanced. The chanting of sacred mantras like the Gayatri Mantra refines the intellect and aligns actions with Dharma. Sadhana, Padma Sadhana, and Shakti Kriya Yoga create resilience, making individuals more receptive to higher wisdom. These tools ensure that their philanthropic efforts are guided by a spiritual compass rather than fluctuating external factors. Could you share how ancient rituals like homas and pujas and Vedic wisdom can be incorporated into global philanthropy? Performing Agnihotra or Anjaneya Homa and Vishnu Sahasranama chanting create an environment of purity and positive vibrations. When philanthropists engage in such sacred practices, their wealth and efforts become more divinely guided. For example, Michael Bloomberg and Oprah Winfrey, who actively support social causes, could deepen their impact by integrating spiritual wisdom into their approach. The Art of Living has conducted large scale meditation events where millions participated. Philanthropists like Azim Primzi and Priscilla Chan support such initiatives. We can collectively raise global consciousness, making philanthropy not just about giving wealth but also about creating a more harmonious world. What is your final message for these global philanthropists? True philanthropy begins with an awakened mind. When leaders, great leaders, align their actions with meditation, wisdom, and seva or selfless service, their impact becomes limitless. The combination of His Holiness Sri Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji's teachings and Vedic traditions can elevate philanthropy into a sacred act of service to humanity. The true wealth of the world lies in inner peace and spiritual wisdom. Jai Gurudev, and thank you both for this enlightening discussion. May the wisdom of the Vedas and the guidance of His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji continue to inspire global philanthropists toward a higher purpose, Jai Gurudev, and may all beings be happy and at peace, Jai Gurudev. Jagadev, today we have the privilege of speaking with an art of living expert and an officer from Vedic Dharma Sansthan. We will explore how the wisdom of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji and the powerful practices of the art of living can contribute to humanitarian and social justice efforts worldwide. Welcome, Jagadev, and thank you to both of you. Jagadev, it's an honor to be here. Namaste, delighted to share the deep connection between ancient wisdom and modern humanitarian work. Many of the world's greatest humanitarian and social justice leaders have dedicated their lives to making the world a better place. How can the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji enhance their efforts? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji has always emphasized that true change begins within. When we are in a state of inner peace, we can serve society in a more effective and compassionate manner. The Art of Living offers profound tools like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, meditation, and wisdom from the ancient scriptures, which help leaders maintain clarity, resilience, and deep empathy. For example, Nobel laureate like Malala Yousafzai has shown extraordinary courage in advocating for education. Imagine how meditation and Sudarshan Kriya could help her manage stress and remain focused on her mission. Kailash Satyarthi, who has freed thousands of children from slavery, could greatly benefit from the calming and energizing effects of Sandhya Vandanam and Upanayana rituals to sustain his commitment over the decades. That is fascinating. What role do Vedic practices like Agni Karyam, Trikal Sandhya, and Sanyam Sadhana play in the lives of change makers? The power of these Vedic practices is immense. Agni Karyam or fire rituals, Sandhya Vandanam, or daily practices, Vedic practices, and Trikal Sandhya, morning, noon, and evening prayers create an aura of divine energy and clarity. These rituals cleanse negative energies and instill deep mental discipline. Imagine someone like Brian Stevenson, a civil rights lawyer who tirelessly fights for justice. How could he could draw strength from Padma Sadhana and Shakti Kriya Yoga to rejuvenate and continue his battle against systemic oppression? Tarana Burke, the founder of the Me Too movement, could channel the empowering vibrations of Gayatri Japa and mantra chanting to sustain her advocacy and inspire millions. That's deeply insightful. How does creativity play a role in this transformational journey? Creativity flourishes when the mind is calm. Practices like satsang, wisdom sessions, and meditation open up new perspectives and insights. Take Jose Andreas, the humanitarian chef, for example. His work with the World Central Kitchen has brought food relief to disaster hit areas. When creativity is combined with selfless service, it becomes a force for transformation. Likewise, climate activists like Greta Thunberg carries an enormous responsibility at a young age. With meditation, she can gain greater emotional resilience and insight, allowing her to lead the environmental movement with unwavering clarity. What is the role of pujas and homas in supporting humanitarian efforts? Homas, or the sacred fire rituals, purify the environment and amplify positive energy. Leaders like Desmond Tutu and Angela Davis, who have fought against apartheid and systemic injustices, could have